Have you ever felt your heart racing or experienced those concerning headaches that seem to come out of nowhere, only to check your blood pressure and see numbers that worry? It is one of those frightening moments that many people over 65 face, and it can make you feel like you are losing control of your health, especially when doctors start talking about medications with long lists of side effects. But here's the truth. High blood pressure isn't something you just have to accept or manage with pills alone. It is often a sign that your body needs specific nutrients to help your blood vessels relax and function properly. And the good news, the solution isn't found in expensive treatments or complicated medical procedures. It is already available at your local grocery store. In this video, we're going to explore 7 specific foods that have been scientifically proven to lower blood pressure naturally in older adults. These aren't just any foods, they are powerful heart-protecting options that work by relaxing your blood vessels, improving circulation, and even helping your body eliminate excess sodium that raises blood pressure. By the time we're done, you'll have a simple, effective way to take control of your blood pressure, protect your heart, and reduce your risk of stroke and heart disease. Stay tuned until the end, because food number 4 is something most people walk past in the store every day, yet it can lower your blood pressure as effectively as some medication. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Beets, nature's blood pressure miracle. Beets might not be the most popular vegetable, but when it comes to lowering blood pressure naturally, they are absolutely unmatched. These deep red root vegetables are loaded with natural nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and widens your blood vessels. If you've been struggling with high blood pressure readings, adding beets to your diet could be one of the most powerful changes you can make. Here's how it works. When you eat beets, the nitrates they contain get converted in your body into nitric oxide. This molecule sends signals to the muscles in your blood vessel walls, telling them to relax. When your blood vessels relax, they open up wider, allowing blood to flow more easily and reducing the pressure against your artery walls. What makes beet even more impressive is that this effect can happen within just a few hours of eating them. A groundbreaking study published in the journal Hypertension found something remarkable. Researchers gave older adults with high blood pressure a glass of beet juice every day and monitored their numbers. Within just 2 weeks, their systolic blood pressure, the top number, dropped by an average of 8 points. That is comparable to what some blood pressure medications achieve. Take Robert, for example. He is 72 and had been dealing with high blood pressure for over a decade. His readings were consistently around 150/90. Despite taking medication, he'd wake up with headaches, he'd feel dizzy when standing up too quickly, and he worried constantly about having a stroke. His doctor kept suggesting higher doses of medication, but Robert wanted to try a natural approach first and now end. At first, he was skeptical about beets. He'd never been a fan of the taste, but after reading about their benefits, he decided to give them a try. He started drinking a small glass of beet juice every morning mixed with apple juice to make it more palatable. Within the first week, Robert noticed something different. His morning headaches were less intense. His energy felt more stable throughout the day. After 3 weeks, he checked his blood pressure at home and couldn't believe what he saw: 138/85. After 2 months of consistently drinking beet juice, his readings stabilized around 130/82. His doctor was amazed and even reduced one of his medications. The best part about beets is how versatile they are. You can drink beet juice, roast fresh beets and add them to salads, or even blend them into smoothies. If the earthy taste bothers you, try mixing beet juice with apple or carrot juice. Both fresh and canned beets work, though fresh ones retain slightly more nutrients. If you've been struggling with high blood pressure and haven't tried beets yet, this is your sign to start. They're natural, powerful, and one of the most scientifically supported foods for lowering blood pressure. A small serving each day could make all the difference in protecting your heart. Number 2. Leafy greens, the potassium powerhouses. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and collard greens are absolute champions when it comes to managing blood pressure naturally. These vegetables are packed with potassium, a mineral that plays a critical role in balancing the sodium in your body. If your blood pressure has been creeping up, adding more leafy greens to your meals could help bring those numbers back down. The reason leafy greens are so effective comes down to one key nutrient: potassium. Most people over 65 get too much sodium from processed foods and not enough potassium from fresh vegetables. This creates an imbalance that causes your body to retain water and puts extra pressure on your blood vessels. But when you eat potassium-rich foods like leafy greens, your kidneys can flush out excess sodium more efficiently, reducing fluid retention and easing the strain on your heart. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed thousands of older adults and found that those who ate the most potassium-rich vegetables had significantly lower blood pressure than those who ate the least. In some cases, increasing potassium intake was as effective as taking blood pressure medication. Take Dorothy, for example. She is 76 and had been watching her blood pressure climb steadily. For years, her doctor told her it was 1945/92 and warned her that if it didn't come down soon, she'd need to start medication. She'd feel short of breath walking upstairs. She'd notice swelling in her ankles by evening, and she felt constantly fatigued. Dorothy's daughter, who worked as a nutritionist, suggested she focus on eating more leafy greens. Skeptical, but willing to try, Dorothy started adding a big handful of spinach to her morning eggs and eating a mixed green salad with lunch every day. Within 2 weeks, Dorothy noticed she had more energy, the swelling in her ankles wasn't as bad, and she didn't feel as winded after climbing stairs. After a month, she checked her blood pressure at her local pharmacy. 136/86 after 3 months of eating leafy greens daily. Her readings were consistently around 128/84. Her doctor was so impressed, he told her to keep doing whatever she was doing. The beauty of leafy greens is how easy they are to add to your diet. You can add spinach to omelets, blend kale into smoothies, make a simple salad with mixed greens, or twist Swiss chard with garlic. As a side dish, even frozen leafy greens work perfectly, and they're often more affordable than fresh dishes. If you've been looking for a simple way to lower your blood pressure, naturally leafy greens are one of the easiest and most effective options available. Just 1 or 2 servings a day can make a real difference in your numbers and your overall heart health. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Garlic, the ancient blood pressure remedy. Garlic has been used as medicine for thousands of years, and modern science has confirmed what traditional healers knew all along: it is incredibly effective at lowering blood pressure. This pungent bulb contains powerful compounds called allicin, which helps relax blood vessels and improve circulation if you've been dealing with stubborn high blood pressure. Adding garlic to your daily routine could provide the natural relief you've been searching for. When you crush or chop garlic, it releases allicin, a sulfur-containing compound that has remarkable effects on your cardiovascular system. Allicin works by stimulating your body's production of nitric oxide and hydrogen sulfide, both of which signal your blood vessels to relax and widen. This allows blood to flow more freely, reducing the pressure on your artery walls. What makes garlic particularly special is that it also has mild blood-thinning properties, which can further improve circulation and reduce strain on your artery. A comprehensive review published in BMC Cardiovascular Disorders analyzed multiple studies on garlic and blood pressure. The researchers found that taking aged garlic extract equivalent to about 2 to 3 cloves of fresh garlic daily lowered systolic blood pressure by an average of 8 to 10 points in people. Hypertension, that is a significant drop achieved through nothing more than a simple food. Take Walter, for example. He is 78 and had been struggling with blood pressure readings that hovered around 152/94. For years, he tried multiple medications, but they either didn't work well or gave him uncomfortable side effects, like constant coughing and fatigue. He felt frustrated and trapped, unsure what else he could do. His wife had read about garlic's benefits and suggested he try it. Walter was doubtful that something as simple as garlic could make a difference, but he agreed to give it a shot. He started taking aged garlic extract supplements, 2 capsules every morning, and also began adding fresh crushed garlic to his evening meals. Within 3 weeks, Walter noticed he felt less pressure in his chest, and his usual afternoon fatigue seemed lighter. After 6 weeks, he checked his blood pressure at home, 141/88. Encouraged, he continued his garlic routine. After 3 months, his readings were consistently in the 132/84 range. His doctor was surprised and pleased, reducing one of his medications and telling Walter to keep up whatever he was doing. The great thing about garlic is that you have options. You can take aged garlic extract supplements, which are odorless and convenient, or you can add fresh garlic to your cooking for maximum benefit. Crush or chop the garlic and let it sit for about 10 minutes before cooking. This allows the allicin to fully form. You can add it to soups, stir fries, roasted vegetables, or even spread roasted garlic on whole grain toast. If you've been searching for a natural way to support healthy blood pressure, garlic is one of the most researched and effective options available. It is affordable, easy to find, and can fit into almost any diet. Give it a try, and you might be amazed at the difference it makes. Number 4. Berries, delicious and powerful for your heart. Berries, especially blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries, are not only delicious, they're also incredibly effective at lowering blood pressure. These colorful fruits are packed with compounds called flavonoids, particularly anthocyanins, that have powerful effects on your blood vessels. If you've been looking for a heart-healthy food that actually tastes good, berries are your answer. The magic of berries lies in their high concentration of anthocyanins. These are natural plant compounds that give berries their vibrant colors, and they do something remarkable in your body. They help your blood vessels produce more nitric oxide, which relaxes the vessel walls and improves blood flow. Additionally, anthocyanins reduce inflammation and oxidation. Eve stress, two major contributors to high blood pressure and heart disease. What makes berries even better is that they're also rich in vitamin C and fiber, both of which support healthy blood pressure level. A 14-year study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 150,000 adults and found something striking. Those who ate the most anthocyanin-rich foods, especially berries, had a 14% lower risk of developing high blood pressure compared to those who ate the least. The researchers concluded that just one serving of berries per week could make a measurable difference. Take Barbara, for example. She is 71 and had been dealing with borderline high blood pressure. For several years, her readings were usually around 942 over 90. Her doctor had mentioned starting medication soon. If her numbers didn't improve, she'd occasionally feel her heart racing. She'd get flushed in the face easily, and she worried about her family history of heart disease. Skeptical but willing to try, Barbara started eating a cup of mixed berries every morning. With her yogurt, she chose a combination of blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries, both fresh, when in season, and frozen during winter months. Within just 2 weeks, Barbara felt a subtle shift in her energy. She felt calmer, less flushed. After 3 weeks, she checked her blood pressure at the pharmacy, 136 over 86. Encouraged, she kept eating berries daily. After 2 months, her blood pressure stabilized around 130 over 83. Her doctor told her she'd successfully avoided medication and should continue doing exactly what she was doing. The wonderful thing about berries is how easy and enjoyable they are to eat. You can add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies, eat them fresh as a snack, or even freeze them for a cool treat on warm days. Both fresh and frozen berries provide the same heart-healthy benefits, so you can enjoy them year-round without breaking the bank. If you haven't made berries a regular part of your diet yet, now is the perfect time. They're one of the most delicious ways to naturally lower your blood pressure and protect your heart health. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5. Oats, the cholesterol and blood pressure fighter. Oats are one of the most underrated foods for heart health, especially when it comes to managing blood pressure. Naturally, this humble grain is rich in a special type of fiber called beta-glucan, which has been proven to lower both cholesterol and blood pressure. If you are looking for a simple breakfast change that can make a real difference in your cardiovascular health, oats should be at the top of your list. When you eat oats, the beta-glucan fiber forms a gel-like substance in your digestive system. This gel helps your body eliminate cholesterol and also slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, keeping your blood sugar stable. But there is more. Beta-glucan has been shown to improve the function of your blood vessel walls, helping them relax and respond better to changes in blood flow. This combination of effects makes oats particularly powerful for people over 65, who often deal with both high cholesterol and high blood pressure. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who ate oats regularly experienced significant drops in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. In one study, participants who ate about 3 grams of beta-glucan daily, the amount in a bowl and a half of oatmeal, saw their systolic pressure drop by an average of 5 points and daily diastolic by 3 points. Take Henry, for example. He is 74 and had been dealing with stubbornly high blood pressure and cholesterol for years. His readings were around 148 over 92, and his LDL cholesterol was well above healthy levels. His doctor had him on 2 different medications, but Henry still felt sluggish and worried about his heart health. He'd wake up feeling heavy, his energy would crash by mid-morning. He felt like he was just managing symptoms rather than addressing the root problem. His daughter suggested he try starting every day with a bowl of oatmeal. Henry had never been much of a breakfast person, usually just grabbing coffee and toast, but he agreed to give it a try. He started eating a bowl of steel-cut oats every morning, topped with a handful of berries and a sprinkle of ground flaxseed. Within the first week, Henry noticed his energy was more stable throughout the morning. After 3 weeks, he felt lighter, less bloated, and his digestion improved. After 6 weeks, he checked his blood pressure at home, 138/86, even more impressive. His cholesterol numbers had improved significantly. When he got his blood work done after 3 months, his doctor reduced one of his medications and praised him for taking charge of his health direct. The best thing about oats is how versatile and affordable they are. You can make traditional oatmeal overnight oats, or even add oats to smoothies for extra fiber. Steel-cut oats and rolled oats both work wonderfully though. Steel-cut oats have a slightly lower glycemic impact. Avoid instant oats with added sugar oats. Are those defeat the purpose. If you are over 65 and dealing with high blood pressure or cholesterol, adding a daily serving of oats is one of the simplest, most effective dietary changes you can make. It is affordable, filling, and supported by decades of solid research. Number 6. Bananas, the portable potassium snack. Bananas are one of nature's most convenient and effective foods for lowering blood pressure naturally. This yellow fruit is famous for its high potassium content, and that is exactly why it is so valuable for your heart. If you've been struggling to get enough potassium in your diet, or you are tired of complicated meal prep, bananas offer an incredibly simple solution. Just like leafy greens, bananas are rich in potassium, which helps your body balance sodium levels and reduce fluid retention that puts pressure on your blood vessels. One medium banana contains about 420 milligrams of potassium, which is roughly 10% of the daily recommended amount for older adults. What makes bananas as particularly helpful is their convenience. You don't need to cook them, prepare them, or even refrigerate them. They're ready to eat anytime. The American Heart Association has long recommended increasing potassium intake as a key strategy for managing blood pressure. Studies have shown that people who eat potassium-rich foods like bananas regularly have lower blood pressure and a reduced risk of stroke compared to those who don't. In fact, some research suggests that getting enough potassium may be just as important as reducing sodium when it comes to blood pressure control. Take Eleanor, for example. She is 73 and had been dealing with blood pressure that was consistently in the 145/91 range. She tried cutting back on salt but didn't see much improvement. She felt tired all the time, occasionally dizzy, and worried that her numbers would keep climbing. Despite her efforts, her doctor kept urging her to focus on her diet, but L&T Sky Tour or felt overwhelmed by all the conflicting nutrition advice. She didn't know where to start. One day, her granddaughter suggested something simple: start eating a banana every day. Eleanor thought it seemed too easy to make a difference, but she decided to try. She started eating one banana with her breakfast every morning, sometimes sliced over oatmeal, sometimes just on its own. Within 2 weeks, Eleanor noticed she felt less bloated and her energy improved slightly. After a month, she checked her blood pressure at the pharmacy, 138/87. Surprised and encouraged, she kept up her daily banana habit. After 2 months, her blood pressure readings were consistently around 132/84. Her doctor was pleased and told her she was on the right track. The beauty of bananas is their simplicity. You can eat them plain, add them to cereal or yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or even freeze them for a naturally sweet treat. They're inexpensive, available year-round, and require zero preparation. If you travel or have a busy schedule, bananas are one of the easiest heart-healthy foods to take with you. If you've been looking for an easy, no-fuss way to support healthy blood pressure, adding just one banana a day to your routine could be the simple change that makes a real difference. Number 7. Dark chocolate, the delicious heart protector. Dark chocolate is probably the most enjoyable food on this list. And yes, it really can help lower your blood pressure. This isn't about milk chocolate or sugary candy bars. We're talking about real dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa, which is rich in compounds called flavanols that have powerful effects on your cardiovascular system. If you've been looking for a heart-healthy treatise that doesn't feel like a sacrifice, this is it. The flavanols in dark chocolate work in a similar way to the compounds in berries and beets. They stimulate your body's production of nitric oxide, which relaxes and widens your blood vessels, allowing blood to flow more easily. Additionally, dark chocolate has antioxidant properties that reduce inflammation and protect your blood vessel walls from damage. What is remarkable is that even a small amount, just 1 or 2 squares, can produce measurable benefits. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association examined the effects of dark chocolate on blood pressure. In older adults, the researchers found that eating about 1 ounce of dark chocolate daily, about 3 small squares, lowered systolic blood pressure by an average of 3 to 4 points over several weeks. While that may sound modest, it is enough to reduce cardiovascular risk. It is achieved by eating something delicious. Take Margaret, for example. She is 69 and had been dealing with blood pressure readings around 143/89. She tried various dietary changes, cutting salt, eating more vegetables, but she found it all so restrictive and joyless. She missed dessert, she missed treats, and she felt like healthy eating meant giving up everything she enjoyed. Then, she read about dark chocolate and blood pressure. Margaret had always loved chocolate, so this was advice she could actually get excited about. She started eating 2 squares of 75% dark chocolate every evening after dinner, savoring it slowly with a cup of herbal tea. Within a few weeks, Margaret noticed she felt more satisfied after meals. The dark chocolate curbed her cravings for other sweets, and she actually looked forward to her evening ritual. After 6 weeks, she checked her blood pressure, 136/85. After 3 months of enjoying her nightly dark chocolate, her readings were consistently around 130/82. Best of all, she didn't feel deprived. She felt like she'd found a sustainable, healthy habit that actually brought her joy. The key with dark chocolate is choosing the right kind. Look for bars that are at least 70% cocoa. The higher the percentage, the more flavanols and the less sugar. Avoid milk chocolate and chocolate with lots of added ingredients. Stick to 1 or 2 squares, about 20 to 30 grams per Dalton. Why? More than that, and you'll get too much sugar and calories, which can work against your health goals. If you've been struggling to stick with healthy eating because it feels too restrictive, dark chocolate offers a delicious evidence-based way to support lower blood pressure while still enjoying something sweet. It is proof that taking care of your health doesn't have to mean giving up all of life's pleasures. Final thought. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on what we've covered together. High blood pressure is one of the most common health challenges people over 65 face, but it doesn't have to control your life or force you into a lifetime of medication without exploring natural options. First, the 7 foods we discussed today: beets, leafy greens, garlic, berries, oats, bananas, and dark chocolate are all backed by solid scientific research, and they work by addressing the root causes of high blood pressure, not just masking the symptoms. What stood out to you the most? Which of these foods have you already tried, and which ones do you plan to add to your daily routine? Maybe you've been eating bananas for years but never realized how powerful they are for blood pressure. Maybe you've been skeptical about beets or garlic, but now you see how beneficial they can be. Or maybe this video gave you the push you needed to finally start taking your heart health seriously. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos.